Alright, originally I was going to do a video about what fans complain about in IDW Sonic and why. Or mainly just the issues that all fans, have with the comic and what they say about it. Like, I was compiling everyone's complaints about the comics, such as the writing of Sonic, how he's doing with his philosophy and everything, the mandates for the comics, the Sonic cycle, etc. But honestly, it is too lengthy, and honestly, I've seen so many make videos on it already that I decided to change it up into something smaller, while also touching onto the issues slightly. So I've been a fan of the comics for a long time. You all know me and my team dub the comics, but we also read them, I review them, and I take notice about a few things that I've noticed, and I've been thinking that maybe the people at Sega should attempt to try. Because even though the stories, the characters, and everything can be amazing and great, there is obviously going to be some problems stemming from it. The ones I want to focus on that I think the comics need are losses, arts having an impact, more impact on the main cast or the world, and character-focused stories. You see, when I talk about losses, I mean the characters losing in a story arc, not in a battle in the middle of the story or near the end of the story, blah blah blah. I mean actually failing against the villain. Yes, we all know that the good guy should always win, but they always keep winning. In every single arc thus far, they always win. And I believe that's a mandate that the stories need to have, that the main characters always have to win. I think that maybe the team should try to have a story where the cast actually loses in a story, and then the next story arc would be about them picking up the pieces and trying to figure out what their next move is. You could count Metal Virus in a way, because they kept losing people, and the world was getting more and more infected, and more threats were coming along till the end. But there's still an issue there that I will touch on in a sec. I'm pretty sure Archie has done this, where the cast has lost, and then the next few issues would be them planning what to do next to come back and take down the villain. I know, again, there's the Sonic cycle of the mandate where Sonic and the gang always have to win. Sonic beats Eggman or the villain, everyone cheers for him, blah blah, rinse and repeat, yada yada. But it's okay or normal in life to fail and slip up. You come back even stronger. Sometimes you lose. It happens. Sonic has never really lost, so it would be great to see him try to get back and defeat the enemy after losing. Again, I know the cycle has it set to keeping the status quo. The heroes always win. But it's okay to have your main characters lose for once. Okay, remember the first impact I was talking about earlier? Well, you see, after every arc, it kinda seems like nothing even happened. Yes, after Metal Virus, people were searching for loved ones, still cleaning up, but now it kinda feels like nothing ever happened to anyone or anything around the world, aside from the restoration and, the character additions. But again, it's like nothing happened. Take urban warfare, for example. The city was growing and consuming everything in its path. Tangle said that the trees and everything outside of it looked all damaged and wrecked, but we didn't see any of that. I think it would have been better if we saw some of that damage, or heck, if the arc was longer, the city reaching Central City and damaging a lot of buildings. And then, once the arc ends, they will show the city being rebuilt and stuff. But no, it's like nothing happened. And again, Imperial City was destroyed, but it's like nothing happened. Where was the damage done to some of the areas around the areas that it consumed? We didn't see any of it. Everyone and everything is as they were. The arts should have more of an impact on the world and the characters. The main game characters don't really go through a growth or any changes. And even when the IDW characters get growth, we still are dealing with their issues. But the game cast, no issues at all. Keeping the status quo. I want them to deal with something. An aftermath that will reflect on them in the next arc. And you go through a traumatic thing like in Metal Virus, and no one is seeing therapy or having nightmares? I mean, Cream was a kid and saw all of this. How is she fine? How is Charmy fine? How is anyone fine? There is no way that I would go through all of Metal Virus and just be normal the next day. Hey, we all went through trauma, but hey, it's okay. Everything's A-okay, right? Right now, after the writer's arc, it does look like the story will have an impact in some regard. So I'm excited for that. Lastly, I think the arts should have more character-focused stories and not include Sonic. Yes, I know, he's the main character, but he's been in every arc, even in the ones not really focused on him. He still shows up, but even then, it's still focused on him most of the time. Yes, I know he barely showed up in Trial by Fire, and I know the Misadventures arc had mini stories on the other cast, but aside from Trial by Fire, the rest were really just mini stories. They could have been even side issues or in an annual. I mean a full-on arc on any of the other cast members and not include Sonic. Don't include him. Have story arcs on any of the cast together without Sonic. Pit Tails with the Chaotix. Have Amy team up with Knuckles and Shadow. Heck, have Omega and General go on a mission together. Some kind of story arc that doesn't involve Sonic. I'm not the only one who feels the same way, right? And I know there's the argument that Sonic is like the marketable character. You put him in the covers, then everyone will buy it, but still, you can have the other characters be in the front and, have a lot of, fan service from that. You put Silver in front of the cover, people will buy it. Blaze in the cover, people will buy it. Knuckles, yes. Tails, yes. The Chaotix, definitely. Come on. Anyway, those are my takes on what I think IDW Sonic needs to evolve. It's great right now, yeah. I loved many of the stories and the characters and such, but I think they should try and branch into new things. What about you guys? What do you think the comic book series needs?